Okay guys, back from Capital Audio Fest, but I was right on the road again. I'm in Fredericksburg working on my Airbnb, but tons of stuff still to come from the Capital Audio Fest. I've got today for you a tour of Gary Gill, the show organizer, his home and his set of potpourris that were in room 721. Notice I didn't release any videos from that room because you're gonna see him in his listening room today and all his other cool gear. Also, I still have stuff from DRC Squared, Bach, Theoretic Applied Physics. People were asking, what about the Bach? Yeah, I have tons of content. It just couldn't upload. It was so much, hour-long video. Couldn't do it through Wi-Fi. I also have wrap-up videos with myself, my favorites. I'm going to have a Zoom with Carlo LaRossa of Secrets of Home Theater and High Fidelity. I'm also going to have all my members that helped share the load with me going into rooms I couldn't get into. So tons of content still to come from Capital Audio Fest. But enjoy this tour of Gary Gill's home because it was phenomenal. Stay tuned. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm exhausted, but I had a great time at Capital Audio Fest. Over 108 videos so far, and still plenty to come, including the one today. But big shout out to all you guys that said hi. The posse's growing every year, getting so many cool friends from this channel. That's the payoff for me. I don't make much money at all from doing this show coverage. In fact, I get like littered in my Gmail. Every video I upload says, cannot be monetized, cannot be monetized, because anything with music content doesn't monetize. But I'm happy to do it for you guys. I got plenty more from the show, including today, but I'm going to do a wrap-up video with Carlo LaRossa tomorrow morning. I'm filming a Zoom with him. I'm also going to have all my friends that were there. We're going to do a wrap-up video because they caught some rooms that I couldn't get to. I was so busy, and it's such a big show. And then I've got plenty more from the Bach room that had the DRC Squared. You'll notice I didn't release any videos on there because I have over an hour's worth of content. I've got to get you on that. And then there were two potpourri rooms. I showcased the one with my server, the WR2, and it's already won a Best of Awards from Acoustics. And I think Carlo LaRossa is going to probably mention in his review. But there was another room with Gary Gill, the show organizer. He brought his WR1s, and he just bought the Ultra Panels that were attached to him from Mike Sweck, and that was put in an extra room he had. So we put that together last minute. It wasn't quite as good as Van's home with the WR1s, and I wasn't sniffing the ultimate potential of it until I got to Gary's house after the show when Mike Sweck helped them bring the speakers back, install them in Gary Gill's home. And I'm so glad I stayed an extra day because not only did I get to see Gary's cool listening room and all the gear, and you're going to love the artwork as well in this video, but I got to hear the WR1s with the Ultra Panels the right way in a proper room. And man, I'm giving you 100% of what I filmed in there. I actually came in, sat down, picked a track, and mid-song, I put my camera on, and you're going to capture everything from that point on that I filmed. I filmed, I think, 2 songs, so you're going to get music clips. Then I was transitioned straight into getting a walkthrough of the gear, talking about the potpourris, and then later, I sat down and chose another track. Now, what you're going to hear is a poem of Chinese drum. That track at Capital Audio Fest blew people away on the WR2s, just the second model from the bottom. It was blowing people away. That's a track that most people avoid like the plague. It's so tough on even Pistonic driver speakers. But I played it on the WR1s. You're going to hear that, although the camera probably can't get a lot of the bass. But in any case, I'll play that for you. But the real song was the last song that's on this video, Big Things Going Down. I've heard that song many times, including at Andrew Jones' studio with his Source Point 8s, 888s, 10s, and countless times at the show. That's when I really heard the potential of the WR1s with the new Ultra Panels. I was hearing details I had never heard before from any other speaker, and that Ultra Panel is something awesome. They're making Ultra Panels for the Vitorlas. It's already available for the WR1s. this was a revelation to me. And Mike Sweck, who's heard that exact same song, because it's both in our playlist, we both looked at each other and like, yeah, we're hearing things we never heard before. So Gary's the only one that has the Ultra panel with the WR1s. He's the only one in the country. He is a quote home dealer. He can do demos for you for Popori, but I wanted to capture his whole room plus some music clips, because I didn't even film, I don't think, in that room at Capital Audio Fest. So enjoy this video, guys, but plenty more to come.
They're picking stars like apples from the sky, threatening to throw them in the sea, so we won't have anything to gaze upon. What happened to liberty and the bridges we almost got done? What happened to that? Was going to take us home?
So I'm going to play something that I think sold quite a few of Popori's, at least got people churning in their head, I think, once I played this. Because I don't think they're used to electrostatics being able to do this. Yeah, so what's good about this track is it's not EDM based, that's one note. You can actually detect the speed of an electrostatic driver during the bass. You get more of the texture and the reverb, and you still get the dynamics. And yeah, it's a good test. I know Dr. Vinyl was saying he was having trouble with one of his sound labs. The panels was distorting, but this track wouldn't have worked on it. But you need to have that big surface area or the wide excursion. And the WR1s have plenty. Even the WR2s I was playing this track on, it was showcasing it. But now that you've got WR1s plus the Ultra panels, you can play that even louder. Unfortunately, the camera's not going to capture some of that low frequency stuff. But I mean, I think that's a great track to showcase that one single driver electrostatic can do what pistonic drivers can do, and what the old quads couldn't do.
Oh, of course, not even close.
And you'd have to have the real big sound labs to do that. So you get the attractive form factor of this, which is really pretty nice, I have to admit. This, and it sounds much better in this room than the hotel room. I guess that's like a no-brainer. So yeah.
Although we'll tighten it up once you guys go and I clean up and I move things around. So it's
no, but this is a cool. So yeah, for those that don't know, this is Gary Gill's listening room.
It's dirty.
Dirty, but he just did a whole show, so it's actually pretty clean.
Yeah, we just moved everything back in here.
I know. So actually, yeah, I'm impressed. Maybe we should go through your gear real quick.
Oh boy,
it's a lot of cool stuff here. Vintage stuff.
Got two different, this is SP15 Techniques.
Techniques, yeah. And then you got
one of my favorite preamps, Lafayette KT600.
Cool.
And then another Techniques SP10
Okay.
Mark II. This is a hard to find Sergeant Raymond integrated tube amp.
Oh, wow. I've never heard of that.
No, it was a California company.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't last a long time.
And you got probably one of the few pieces.
Yeah, I do.
And even back here, you got a little tube amp.
Oh, those are really rare.
That looks
Madison
like...
Fielding.
Okay.
Madison Fielding EL84 monos.
Wow.
Very rare.
They look like the ones that guy had at the Pilot Radio booth.
Yeah.
You remember? Yeah.
I don't know who made, if there's...
It could be some
Yeah.
similarities. Of course, these are the Poporis WR1s. They were a little bit one model behind the current Model 1s, but pretty much the same. And this is the new Ultra panel that is an add-on. And what I really like about Popori is they don't make you sell your old speaker to upgrade. This isn't cheap, but it's not where you have to sell this and buy a bigger model. You can add this on. And that's what Gary was able to do. And Gary is, can be a home dealer, and you can come over here if you schedule it with him. And then we got LTA gear.
Yep, we're using the
Jacob's here.
microzonal preamplifier level 3. We're using the Ultra Linear for the Ultra panel, which is very fitting, I think. And the Zodal 40 Reference Plus for the WR1.
Gotcha.
So we're biamping. The gain
Hollow.
level seems to be about right to match the Ultra panel with the WR1. So it's sounding really good in here. I think way better than the show.
Oh,
It's not
yeah.
hard to do.
That room was put together in less than a week. We didn't have. I had to go to Micro Center a few times because even Via Blue didn't have extra cabling for that room. It got stuck in shipping.
Oh.
So that was kind of a hodgepodge, but I think we made the best of it. So everybody stepped up. But here's where you really want to demo this model is at Gary's house if you get a chance. And I'll have plenty of clips and more details from the WR2 room that Mike Sweck had. I even showed the measurements we got in that room. Yep. And to a lot of vendors' credit, more and more vendors are doing measurements and DSP. And they're showing it because people realize they can hear better measurements. They're not mutually exclusive. And so I've got the measurements that you were able to get in the room that were incredible. And even in the future, I think Edgar's going to bring you a box so you can try that out with the Popori, see how you like it. But it sounds phenomenal. And here we did that poem, The Chinese Drums. We've done some female vocals, may play a few more songs, but I just wanted to check out this gear because that's one of the fun things about visiting other audiophiles. I see stuff I haven't seen before.
Yeah, this is a DS Audio.
Yeah.
DS Audio, I think this is the Model 3.
Okay.
With the upgraded cartridge. I think he's upgraded, Dr. Vinyl's upgraded to the Model 5? Something like that.
Okay.
Which is not on yet, but I can turn it on.
And he had the tube DS Audio phono stage.
Unplugged. It's unplugged.
Okay.
Since I unplugged everything.
That's fine.
Literally, just a half an hour ago, Jacob and Mike and I, we just put it together.
Put everything
carried
together,
it
yeah.
upstairs, and because luckily I had the marks down on the floor, so we could
Put 'em
kinda
right
know
back.
where we're supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm sure you can play with it even more.
And then my turntable is a rarity, a custom-made Fern and Roby. I think they made that maybe 10, 15 years ago. It's all cast iron.
Wow.
It's heavy.
I had to feel this, but
a
yeah.
bronze platter.
Oh
brass
my
or bronze
God.
platter.
Jeez.
With the True Glider tone arm,
Beautiful.
12-inch. I could probably plug that in sometime, but no, we're
Don't
good.
worry about it. Yeah, don't
Yeah,
worry about it.
but we're a mess. You can tell I'm a vinyl guy.
It'll give me a reason to come back next year as well
But,
and come before the show. Yeah. And the Hollow May.
The Hollow, yeah.
Okay. And what are you doing? A little Volumio server or something?
It's Volumio, but and again, we just put it in there, hence the styrofoam. But it's this guy named Ian Canada.
Okay.
So I created that server,
Okay.
and you built it together, pressed it together with his the highest grade parts that he has, and it costs like $900.
Really?
It's great. It does a great job. I'm happy with it.
That's what I love to see, a mix of vintage, rare,
Right.
with modern.
Right.
This is a true audiophile's home when you see this.
Right.
It's not sterile. It's not like out of a you know, a magazine, like, you know, like
Yeah.
some dealer put it
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Are you collecting these things, or is this something?
You can tell I have a lot of artwork around.
Yeah.
They're bronze sculptures from some really well-known artists and others maybe regionally known, Baltimore. These
Okay.
are all bronze.
Very
So
cool.
that's what I'm into.
You got
Sometimes
quite
we
a
travel, we
record
find things.
collection.
Yeah.
Is this the Taylor Swift section right here?
Oh yeah, I got a bunch of those. Oh, did you see the? Well, I didn't. Can I bring it up here? Crap.
I love the artwork, though.
Oh, these are the guys that played at CAF on Saturday night.
Oh,
They're
okay.
Great. They're
Okay.
great out of Baltimore.
Yeah, I heard them. Yeah,
Really
they were
good
really
guys.
good. Yeah.
And we had the Nighthawks on Friday night, and of course you can find vinyl from the Nighthawks.
The Nighthawks were good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were getting the crowd into it. We had to go to dinner. We didn't get to see the whole set,
Right,
but
right.
it was very good.
Good stuff.
No.
But even now, just getting this set up in a matter of an hour, I'm really happy with it. I'm really happy.
I would be
with
very
both
happy,
outfits.
yeah, because it's
Really?
already beaten at the show easily.
Oh, yeah. There's no air in that room. That's,
Yeah.
We're easily 3 times the size. We have the volume.
This allows it to breathe. This is the more applicable room size for this model. And these Ultra Panels, you're the only one in the country with them.
All right.
So if you want to hear the Ultra Panels, the only person in the world that has them as of now, I think you have a few people that got them on order, but Gary's the only one if you're near Rockville, Maryland. I see you've been an electrostatic fan for a while.
Yeah.
The legendary
I mean, I
quads.
love the mid range from the quad 57s, but they don't have the same extension.
Yeah,
on
the
top and
dynamics
bottom.
and
They
the top
don't-
and
the
bottom.
bass.
Nowhere
It's
near.
laughable.
And these had a reliability issue.
Oh yeah, of course.
They
These have
fried a
been
few
rebuilt
amps.
A few times.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah. So
But
they deserve a lot of credit for starting the whole thing.
Sure.
And still to this day, like you say, people
Sure.
lust after this.
Right.
But the modern versions are these Sound Labs, others. But you know, in terms of aesthetics and dynamics and full range, everything combined, and price to value for each size room, I think Popori's got it nailed
not
right
even
now.
close. And by the way, we're using, although we're bi-amping, we have one stereo amp on the top for the Ultras.
Okay.
It's a 20-watt amp per channel.
Okay.
And on the bottom, we have 40 watts
Okay.
for the WR1s. So, I mean, it definitely crushes the myth that you need to have a
lot of power.
Man.
It used to be the case, but
Oh,
no,
it's
not anymore.
No.
So just for the Ultra Panels, for those that haven't been following along, this is actually a speaker that goes from 500 hertz all the way up, and it's just in parallel. It's not in it's not in series, so there's no crossover they just run in parallel. What the Poporis do differently than other electrostatics, if you've seen, like, let's take Sound Labs, for example. They have to do super wide panels to have enough excursion. It's a physics equation to move the air for the bass. What Popori does differently is they realize that most people can't fit the Sound Labs in their room, and then they have to curve them and all these things that causes other issues. What they do is increase the excursion of the driver itself so that you got the same physics involved, but you can do a narrower with more excursion. When that happens, the only trade-off is this panel actually roll off more at 20,000 hertz. That's actually not a bad trade-off if you think about it. Most people can't hear to 20,000 hertz, but it's very easy to fill in with a tweeter. And that's why you see this tweeter here. It's high passed, and the stock model comes with this, and that'll fill in to be more flat to 20,000 hertz. It's not in the signal path here. It's just high passed, and it's got its own binding post. So you can hook it up or not hook it up or jumper to it. But that makes it a phenomenal speaker on its own. But what Popori found is if they did a full range add-on like this, they can actually take the WR1s or legacy models like this to the level of Vitorla's, even higher, with this add-on Ultra panel without breaking the bank, selling this model.
Right.
And now you've got even more excursion.
Yes.
And now these are no longer used at all. This is no longer jumper to. So just to let people know that haven't been following along, that's what Gary has now, and very unique and the only one in the country. So definitely come check it out. and maybe I'll check out a few more songs. But thanks for having me over here, Gary.
Thanks, Jason.
Thanks to you guys too.
All right, thank you.
I left my hometown, baby. There be big things going down. I left my hometown, baby. There be big things going down. What I see ain't so pretty. Surely drag me on down.
Yeah, so that is a great song. Actually, of all the songs I've played, this one highlights why people should get the WR1s and the Ultra Panels, because even as good as the WR2s are, I played this at the show. There are micro details I'm hearing in this I've never heard on the and certainly I've heard this in Andrew Jones' studio. I've heard it at countless times at the shows. This is one of the best songs. If you play it at your system, go play it on the most expensive system you can hear at a dealership, then come over to Gary's and hear this song alone. I think you will realize it's been a veil over the music. And one of the things why I like Poporis and other electrostatics is that there's no crossover parts. And this is a song where it'll pay off because those micro details that you're not used to hearing in Pistonic driver speakers or even planers that have crossovers, this song alone will be a revelation to you of the details and micro details that you've probably never heard before, and that just that intro to that song. So yeah, awesome job. This is an awesome system and an awesome room.